Worst places in the world to travel. Are you itching for adventure but unsure of where to go? There are, however, a few locations you might want to reconsider. Hello there, lovers of the beautiful outdoors. We're exploring some of the most difficult places on Earth today. These are the locations that have the potential to turn your ideal vacation into a nightmare, from dense crowds to unsatisfactory surroundings. Are you wondering where to stay away from? Now let's get started. And before we start, press that subscribe button. You won't want to overlook our upcoming advice on vacation. Let's now investigate the worst places in the world to go on vacation. Number 12. Sahel, North Africa. The Sahel region of Africa borders the well-known Sahara Desert. Before a few decades, this area was hardly considered dangerous. It has become a completely inhospitable place in recent decades. People have abused the limited water resources in the region. They have exploited their riches with extreme irresponsibility rather than using them fairly. As a result, the area has continued to become mostly desertified. The constant threat of famine and drought makes it impossible for any kind of life to exist here for very long. Drought forced more than 1 lakh people to pass away over a 12-year period from 1972 to 1984. The Sahel is a prime illustration of the long-term harm individuals inflict upon themselves in order to satisfy their short-term needs. Drought is a dangerous trait. Number 11. Volatile, Russia. Volatile, a Russian town in the heart of Siberia, is thousands of kilometers east of Moscow. It is among the world's coldest regions with remarkably low temperatures for a permanently inhabited area. At this location, the lowest temperature ever recorded was minus 71.2 degrees Celsius, 96.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Just 500 individuals struggle to make ends meet and barely make it through the severe weather here. They don't know if their bodies will hold them until morning, so they live on the brink. Mobile phones are useless in these bitterly frigid temperatures, and very few crops flourish here. Extremely low temperatures are a dangerous aspect. Number 10. Alagoas, Brazil. Imagine being forced to flee the globe, never knowing when or by whom you would be chopped to pieces. This is the Brazilian state of Alagoas, which is located on the coast. A few significant Brazilian metropolises, including Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, are renowned for having extremely high crime rates. Nevertheless, Alagoas has the highest murder rate in all of Brazil, if not the globe, despite its modest size and lack of fame. Despite having a population of just 3 million, this state has more than 2,000 fatalities annually. This should also be quite concerning for all guests. Crime is a risk factor. Number 9. Monrovia, Liberia. Monrovia, the capital of Liberia, is home to the West Point slum, which is among the worst on the African continent. There are roughly 75,000 individuals living in this slum, despite the difficult living conditions. West Point is a lawless, rural slum that is rife with cholera outbreaks, criminality, drug misuse, underage prostitution, and an acute lack of sanitary services. Monrovia faces serious environmental risks, including pollution and flooding. Taking a breath here can often be an extremely exhausting task. We must treat Monrovia carefully, as it is undoubtedly one of the riskiest places on Earth to visit and reside. Poverty and its conditions are dangerous features. Number 8. Mount Sinabung, Indonesia. The Indonesian island of Sumatra is home to an active stratovolcano known as Mount Sinabung. Because dangerously destructive eruptions frequently occur here, it is a dangerous place to visit or live. These eruptions leave thousands of people without a place to live or a means of support. Numerous adjacent towns and villages have endured excruciating layers of ash and lava several times. The last eruptions took place in the years 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016. Many dozens of people have died as a result of these. The area surrounding Mount Sinabung is constantly on high alert despite the lack of additional measures to ensure its protection. Eruptions of volcanic material are dangerous. Number 7. North Korea. It is believed that North Korea, an Eastern Asian nation, operates under a totalitarian regime. North Korea's human rights provisions are considered the weakest. For offenses that citizens in democracies would consider commonplace, both locals and visitors may face arrest. Travelers from the United States may find this country especially perilous because of the deteriorating relations between North Korea and the US. North Korea uses human excrement as fertilizer, with only 15 allowed haircuts and 3 television stations. Also, punishment for crime carries on for 3 generations here. Intimidatingly, this country is a difficult location to live in and travel to. The deprivation of vital human rights is a dangerous characteristic. Number 6. Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The Skeleton Coast, located along Namibia's Atlantic coast, holds a reputation as one of the world's deepliest and most deadly areas. This inhospitable area of land derives its name from the skeletal remains of whales and seals scattered all along the beach. Many shipwrecked sailors and other people have also lost their lives here due to the harshness of the local environment. Unless you want to become naked bones without flesh or breath, don't go here. Harsh surroundings are a dangerous feature. Number 5. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron, one of the world's most dangerous bodies of water, is located at the foot of a mountain in Tanzania's Gregory Rift. It is known for its extremely lethal waters. The water can get as hot as 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is lethal. This lake is oversaturated with salt with a pH of 9.5 to 10.5. Its state is so harsh that it can burn human and animal skin, calcify dead bodies, and remove ink from printed items. Lake Natron's waters are horrifyingly caustic. Deadly water conditions are a dangerous trait. Number 4. Guatemala, Central America. Guatemala is a Central American nation located south of Mexico. It is home to numerous volcanoes, jungles, and Mayan sites. We all recognize its extraordinarily high crime rate. It is also an extremely unsafe place to travel and live for other reasons. This location is vulnerable to at least 3 different kinds of severe natural catastrophes due to its topography and location. These include storms, earthquakes, and mudslides. This location saw a 7.5 magnitude earthquake in 1976 that claimed the lives of 23,000 people. Guatemala is a terrible location with both man-made and natural threats. Natural disasters and crime are dangerous features. Number 3. Naples, Italy. Naples, one of Italy's largest cities, is well known throughout the country for its exquisite local cuisine and breathtaking architecture. Though it offers many advantages, it also has a significant drawback. Naples sits atop a massive supervolcano known as Campi Flegrei, widely regarded as one of the world's largest death traps. Millions of people live here, and even a small eruption of this volcano might be fatal, according to a number of reliable and well-known scientists. Both locals and tourists must constantly live on the edge since they have no idea when the volcano will erupt and wipe out everything. Eruptions of volcanic material are dangerous. Number 2. Sana'a, Yemen. Yemen's capital, Sana'a, is among the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. It is well known for being one of the world's highest elevated capital cities, standing at 2,300 meters. Any location can become a battlefield through needless acts of violence. This also happens to be Sana'a's tale. The gloom of fear, anxiety, and negativity tends to eclipse all of its positive aspects. Sana'a is among the world's most dangerous locations to live because of the frequent bombings, killings, and sporadic, unpredictable acts of terrorism. Its violent nature makes it dangerous. Number 1. Melusu, Kyrgyzstan. Melusu, a town in southern Kyrgyzstan known for its uranium mining, is among the world's most radioactive locations. This community, which is home to around 23,000 people, presents significant threats to its residents. For its nuclear programs, the Soviet Union processed 10,000 tons of uranium at Melusu. Exposure to radioactive materials on a regular basis might stunt growth and result in several defects and deficits in the numerous generations living here. This area is more likely to experience radioactive contamination. In Melusu, extreme protection is necessary for survival. Otherwise, there may be widespread devastation and harm to human life. It is therefore among the world's most hazardous locations. I appreciate you looking. Remember to subscribe and like our YouTube channel.